Welcome, dear listener. Before we begin tonight's journey, take a moment to gently close your eyes, breathe slowly, and let yourself sink into comfort. If you enjoy these calming stories, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you'll never miss another night of peaceful tales. Now, let us drift together into the ancient legend of Atlantis. They say that long ago, across the vast ocean, there existed a magnificent island, larger than many kingdoms combined. This name was Atlantis. Plato, the ancient philosopher, spoke of it more than 2,000 years ago, describing a land blessed by the gods, filled with riches, wisdom, and extraordinary beauty. The people of Atlantis were said to be strong, intelligent, and deeply connected to the sea. Their city shone with white walls and golden temples, surrounded by circles of water and bridges that linked the heart of the island to the endless ocean. Some believed Atlantis was a gift from Poseidon, the god of the sea himself, who fell in love with a mortal woman, and from their union came a line of kings. These kings built palaces of silver and ivory, gardens overflowing with fruits, and harbors filled with ships that carried treasures to distant lands. Yet, as the legend goes, pride began to grow within the hearts of the Atlanteans. What was once harmony slowly turned into ambition, their hunger for power expanding far beyond their shores. And so, the gods, displeased, decided that the time of Atlantis must end. One night, the earth trembled, the ocean roared, and the island was swallowed by the sea, vanishing without a trace. But, was Atlantis truly destroyed? Or does it still lie hidden beneath waves that guard its secrets? Some say it rests deep under the Atlantic Ocean. Others whisper it may be concealed in the Mediterranean, or perhaps scattered across islands of the Caribbean. Explorers have searched for centuries. Scientists have debated, dreamers have wondered. Yet Atlantis remains a mystery, a legend that floats between truth and myth, between memory and imagination. And so, the story continues endlessly. With each wave that touches the shore, we are reminded of that lost city, waiting to be found. As you listen, let the rhythm of this tale guide your breathing, slow, steady, gentle. Imagine the waves of the ocean, rising, falling, carrying you into deeper rest. And still the legend flows on. Some believe Atlantis was not merely a city, but a symbol, a reflection of human greatness and human weakness. Others think it was an echo of forgotten civilizations, cultures that once thrived, only to disappear, leaving behind fragments of memory in our myths. Every time we tell the story of Atlantis, we keep it alive. The city rises again in our minds, in our dreams, in the quiet spaces of the night. And so, Atlantis drifts in our imagination, like a dream carried on the tide. Picture the grand avenues wide and shining, lined with marble statues that reflected the glow of the sun. Hear the sound of fountains, spilling fresh water from crystal basins, where travelers rested and storytellers spoke of distant lands. The city was alive with music, soft melodies of flutes and harps, blending with the rhythm of the waves. Children played in gardens of olive trees and roses. Merchants filled the markets with spices, silks, and gems from across the known world. Yet beyond the beauty, there was always the sea, surrounding the island in rings of water, like arms protecting a precious jewel. The Atlanteans understood its power. They built their lives in harmony with it, but also relied on its strength for trade, for defense, and for their growing empire. As you rest now, imagine yourself walking along those bridges of stone, feeling the gentle wind, carrying the scent of salt and flowers, the horizon stretching endlessly. Every step brings you deeper into the heart of the city, where the great temple of Poseidon rises. Its walls glistened with precious metals, its pillars carved with scenes of gods and mortals united. Within, the people prayed for calm seas, for wisdom, and for peace. But time flows like water, and the current of ambition grew stronger. Some voices whispered of conquest, of lands yet to be ruled. And the gods, watching silently, saw pride where once there was gratitude. And so, the earth began to shift, Mountains groaned. The sea stirred. On a night unlike any other, storms rose, lightning split the sky, and Atlantis trembled. With a final roar, the ocean swept across the island, and in a single moment, the jewel of the sea was gone. Yet in our dreams, Atlantis never truly sinks. Close your eyes, and you may still walk its streets. Hear the laughter of its people. Feel the warmth of its sun. Perhaps Atlantis lives not beneath the waves, but within us, a memory of a world we long for, a reminder of balance, of beauty, of wisdom lost and found again. The story continues, endlessly, for every culture has its tales of lost lands, places swallowed by time. Some speak of Lemuria, others of Mu, others of islands that rose and vanished. Atlantis is but one star in a constellation of forgotten worlds. And as we drift deeper into rest, let us circle back again. Imagine the ocean at dawn, calm and silver. The first light touches the waves, and in that stillness, a shape appears beneath the water. Towers rising, faint and ghostly, bridges arching, gardens blooming. Atlantis, once more, returns in the mind's eye. You walk through its gates again. The city is alive once more. You hear voices gentle and kind. You see markets filled with colors, temples filled with light. Every detail glows with harmony, as if the fall never came. But then, as always, the sea returns, waves rising higher, reminding you that the story is eternal. Atlantis rises, Atlantis falls, Atlantis rises again. A cycle without end, like the rhythm of your breath. And so, as you listen, the legend carries on. The ocean whispers, the waves repeat, the tale of Atlantis continues, forever unfolding, forever returning, forever calming. And so, once again we return to Atlantis. The city rises before your eyes, golden and bright, its walls reflecting the gentle light of the sun. Bridges stretch across calm waters, linking circles of land and sea, each one alive with gardens, fountains, and quiet voices of people at peace. You wander slowly, listening to the echoes of flutes and the laughter of children. The air is filled with the fragrance of blossoms, the warmth of the ocean breeze. Every step feels timeless, as though this place has always existed and always will. Yet the ocean never forgets. Far beneath the calm surface, a deep rumble stirs, a reminder of what is to come. The story whispers again, of storms, of trembling earth, of waves that rise higher and higher. The beauty of Atlantis fades into mist, and once more, the city slips beneath the sea. But the legend does not end. Close your eyes again, and see how Atlantis returns, reborn in memory. The harbors open once more. Ships sail out across endless horizons, carrying treasures and knowledge to distant lands. The temple of Poseidon glows in silver light. The voices of priests chant softly, asking for harmony, asking for peace. The people walk among marble streets, their steps gentle, their hearts steady. Atlantis breathes again. Time flows like the tide. The same cycle repeats. The city thrives, the city falls, the city returns in dreams. Each wave that touches the shore carries a fragment of Atlantis. Each breath you take brings it closer, then lets it drift away again. And as the rhythm continues, so does your rest. The story has no end. Atlantis rises, Atlantis falls, Atlantis rises again. And so we drift, deeper and deeper, into the story of Atlantis. A city of light, a city of harmony, resting upon the vast ocean. Its walls shimmer in the morning sun. Its gardens bloom with endless colors. Its fountains sing with clear, flowing water. You walk slowly through marble streets. The air is warm, the breeze gentle, voices rise in laughter. Music flows from hidden courtyards. The harbor is filled with ships, their sails catching the wind, ready to journey across the sea. Atlantis breathes with life. Its people are strong, wise, and kind. The temple of Poseidon stands tall, glowing in silver and ivory, its pillars touched by golden light. Here, prayers are spoken for calm seas, for balance, for peace. But time flows like the tide, and tides always change. Beneath the ground, the earth stirs. Beneath the waves, the ocean whispers. A deep rumble grows, the sky darkens, and the sea, once gentle, begins to rise. Atlantis trembles. The people look to the heavens. Lightning cuts the sky. Waves roar higher and higher. And then, silence. The city is gone. Atlantis sinks beneath the ocean, vanishing into darkness, lost to time. Yet the legend never ends. Close your eyes, breathe slowly, and see how Atlantis returns, reborn in your imagination. The waters grow calm again. The city rises once more, glowing beneath the sun. Its harbors open. Its markets fill with voices. The gardens bloom. The fountains sing. The laughter returns. Atlantis is alive again. The cycle continues. And so, once more, the ocean cradles the city like a dream. Each wave carries its story. Each breath you take brings it back into light. Atlantis thrives. Atlantis falls. Atlantis thrives again. Round and round, like the turning of the tides. Never ending, always returning, always calm. And so we drift once again. The sun rises over Atlantis. Soft golden light spills over the marble streets. The gardens awaken, petals glistening with dew. The fountains murmur like gentle streams. Fish swim lazily in crystal canals, reflecting the dancing light. Children laugh as they chase the waves along the harbor. Merchants set up their stalls, the scent of spices and sweet fruits filling the air. Musicians play soft melodies, their notes curling around the arches and columns of the city. The temple of Poseidon shines with a quiet glow. Prayers float upward, mingling with the sea breeze, and the people move in harmony, each step gentle, each gaze calm. Beneath the surface, the ocean listens. A subtle ripple begins, almost imperceptible. Clouds gather softly, the wind holding its breath. The waters stir, whispering secrets of old. Atlantis shivers. A distant rumble echoes through the marble streets. But the city stands, proud yet fragile. And slowly, the waves rise, licking the edges of the harbor. Lightning dances far away. A hush falls over the gardens. And then, the ocean swallows the city again. Silently, gently, the fountains go still. The streets are empty. The laughter fades. Atlantis sleeps beneath the waves, hidden, waiting. Time drifts, and the sea calms once more. Close your eyes and see it rise again. Slowly, like a memory returning, the city glimmers beneath the morning sun. The fountains sing. The gardens bloom. Voices fill the air, gentle, soft, familiar. The harbor opens. Sails catch the wind. The temple gleams. Prayers are whispered. Atlantis breathes. Alive. Eternal. And you, too, breathe with it. Each inhale bringing warmth. Each exhale letting go. Round and round, the tide carries the story. Atlantis blooms. Atlantis fades. Atlantis blooms again. Soft waves of calm wash over you. The rhythm of the ocean. The heartbeat of the lost city. Endless, tranquil, hypnotic. And so we drift deeper. The morning light spreads over Atlantis once more. Marble streets glisten with dew. Fountains hum a soft song. The gardens are alive with colors that shimmer like liquid sunlight. Birds rise in flocks, their wings tracing arcs across the sky. Children run barefoot along the shore, their laughter mingling with the gentle splash of waves. Merchants open stalls, soft fabrics sway in the breeze. Scents of honey, citrus, and spices fill the air. The temple of Poseidon stands tall, its silver pillars reflecting the calm sea. Soft prayers rise, whispers of hope, of peace. Atlantis breathes, a city alive in rhythm with the tides. But beneath the calm, the ocean stirs. A shadow passes beneath the waves. A low murmur grows, almost a song, almost a warning. Clouds gather in silent procession, and the wind holds its breath. The city trembles slightly, the fountains pause mid-splash, the streets are still for a heartbeat, and then, slowly waves curl around the harbor, licking the marble edges. Lightning flickers far away. A distant crack of thunder, the gardens sway, the city shivers, and with a deep, patient sigh, Atlantis sinks beneath the sea, swallowed in silence. The streets go dark, the fountains stop, the laughter fades, but in the deep, still ocean, the city sleeps, hidden, waiting for the next dawn. Close your eyes, breathe slowly, feel the waters shift, carrying the memory, and watch as Atlantis rises again. The sun glints off the towers, the fountains sparkle, the gardens bloom in endless cycles of color. Children return, laughter echoes softly, merchants' voices fill the air. Music drifts through the streets, the temple gleams, prayers float upward. The city lives again, calm, vibrant, eternal. And so we drift, slowly. The sun rises over Atlantis, spilling golden light over the city. Marble streets glimmer softly, like liquid dawn. Each step you take echoes gently, absorbed by the warmth of the stones. The gardens awaken in slow motion, petals stretch toward the light, dew clings to every leaf. Soft fragrances of jasmine, lavender, and saltwater mingle in the air. A gentle breeze brushes your skin, carrying a whisper of the sea. Fountains bubble with patient, liquid music. Water drips from stone basins, each drop a note in a never-ending song. You pause to watch it ripple, small waves expanding, reflecting sunlight like tiny suns. Birds drift lazily across the sky, their wings trace arcs, dipping and rising. You hear their soft calls, distant yet intimate, like echoes of forgotten memories. Children's laughter floats over the harbor. They chase the waves with bare feet. Splashing water glimmers in the sunlight, droplets catching the air before falling back to the sea. Merchants arrange their stalls. Soft fabrics sway gently. Spices, fruits, and sweet baked goods scent the breeze. Each aroma lingering, subtle, inviting. The temple of Poseidon rises in quiet majesty. Silver pillars glow in soft light, touched by golden rays. The carved stone seems to hum, almost a heartbeat. You feel it in your chest, calm, steady. Soft prayers float upward, whispered for balance, for peace, for calm seas. Beneath the surface, the ocean whispers. A subtle ripple spreads, slow, deliberate. The currents shift. Stones below stir ever so slightly. A low hum vibrates through the air, almost imperceptible, yet undeniable. Clouds gather, moving like slow dancers across the sky. The wind holds its breath. The city seems to pause. Every sound softened, suspended, and then the waves begin to rise, curling around the harbor, brushing the edges of marble docks. Lightning flickers far away. Soft thunder rolls. The fountains pause mid-bubble. The streets tremble. A gentle quiver through the stones. Time seems to stretch, each heartbeat echoing in slow motion. And then, slowly, the ocean claims the city. Atlantis descends beneath the waves. Marble streets vanish beneath the water. The fountains go still. The laughter fades. The gardens fold inward, petals closing beneath the sea. Silence, deep, embracing. The city sleeps beneath the waves, hidden, tranquil, waiting for the return of light. Close your eyes, breathe slowly. The ocean carries Atlantis in your mind. Feel the calm currents, soft, steady, rhythmic, and watch as the city rises again. The sun glints off the towers. Water reflects each beam in rippling patterns. The fountains murmur their gentle song. Gardens bloom with slow, deliberate grace. Birds glide through the sky, circling, dancing in soft arcs. Children's laughter returns, soft as a memory, Merchants call out in gentle tones. Fabrics sway in the breeze. The temple gleams. Prayers drift upward calm. Eternal. Round and round. Atlantis blooms. Atlantis sleeps. Atlantis blooms again. Soft waves of sound, of air, of light, carry you deeper. Each breath matches the ebb and flow of the tides. Each heartbeat aligns with the gentle rhythm of the city. Clouds drift lazily overhead. Light filters through, warm and golden. The city hums softly. A lullaby of stone, water, and sun. The ocean cradles the city. The fountains sing. The gardens sway. The laughter floats. And so, we drift, deeper, slower. Atlantis rises. Atlantis falls. Atlantis rises. Endless, calm, hypnotic. The cycle continues. Always returning. Always serene. And so we drift. Slower now. The morning sun spills over Atlantis in soft golden ribbons. Light touches each marble column, each stone pathway, each delicate fountain. Every surface shimmers as though breathing gently. You feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. Slow, comforting, steady. The gardens stretch in quiet splendor. Petals unfold slowly, revealing colors deeper than any thought. Soft fragrances rise. Jasmine, lavender, honeysuckle, and the salty tang of the ocean. A gentle breeze drifts through the leaves, brushing against your face. It carries with it the quiet murmur of the waves and the faint laughter of the city. Fountains hum their gentle song. Water trickles, drips, cascades. Each droplet dances in sunlight. A tiny, fleeting rainbow. You stop and watch, feeling your heartbeat slow. Your breath aligns with the rhythm of the fountains. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Birds glide lazily above the harbor. Their wings cut arcs through the sky. A soft wind lifts their calls, carrying them across the marble streets. Their song mingles with the distant sound of waves lapping the shore. Time seems to stretch, each second drawn out. Peaceful, eternal. Children's laughter floats over the harbor. They chase the waves, bare feet splashing. Water catches the sunlight in glittering droplets that hang for a moment, then fall. Merchants arrange their wares. Silks ripple in the breeze. Aromas of spices, honey, citrus, and sweet bread drift gently, curling around the streets. The temple of Poseidon rises in quiet majesty. Silver pillars glow softly, kissed by the sunlight. Carved stone hums faintly, like a heartbeat. You feel it resonate in your chest, calm, steady. Soft prayers rise, wishes for peace, for balance, for calm seas. Atlantis breathes with you, in rhythm, in harmony. Beneath the waves, the ocean stirs. A subtle ripple spreads, slow, deliberate. Currents shift beneath the city. Stones move ever so slightly. A low, distant hum vibrates in the water. Almost imperceptible, yet real. Clouds drift across the sky, soft, slow, like dancers in a dream. The wind holds its breath. The city pauses, every sound muted, suspended, and then waves curl gently, brushing the marble edges of the harbor. Water rises slowly, rhythmically, touching, exploring. Lightning flickers in the distance. Thunder rolls softly. The fountains pause mid-splash. The streets quiver slightly. Time stretches, every heartbeat elongated, echoing softly. And then, the ocean swallows the city. Atlantis descends beneath the waves. Marble streets fade. Fountains fall silent. Laughter drifts away. Gardens fold into the water. Petals closing in slow motion. Silence, deep and full. The city sleeps beneath the waves. Hidden, tranquil, eternal. Waiting for the return of light. Waiting for the cycle to begin again. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Imagine the calm currents surrounding the sleeping city. Feel it cradle you. Slow, steady, rhythmic, and slowly. As if in a dream, Atlantis rises again. The sun reflects off towers, water shimmers. Fountains begin to murmur. Gardens bloom once more. Birds glide through soft arcs in the sky. Children's laughter drifts gently. Merchants' calls fill the air. Soft, calm. The temple glows. Prayers float upward. Atlantis breathes. Alive. Eternal. Round and round. Atlantis blooms. Atlantis sleeps. Atlantis blooms again. Soft waves of sound, air, and light carry you deeper. Your breath matches the tide. Your heartbeat aligns with the rhythm. Endless, peaceful, hypnotic. Clouds drift slowly. Sunlight filters warm and golden. The city hums a gentle lullaby. Stone, water, sunlight. The ocean cradles the city. Fountains sing. Gardens sway. Laughter floats softly. And so we drift, ever deeper. The morning sun rises slowly over Atlantis. Golden light spilling like honey over marble streets. Each column, each fountain, each garden glows softly, as if breathing with life. Your footsteps echo quietly, soft, measured, absorbed by the warmth of the stone beneath you. The gardens awaken gradually. Petals unfurl with deliberate grace. Colors deep, radiant, endless. Fragrances rise in waves. Jasmine, lavender, saltwater, and hints of citrus. A gentle breeze caresses your skin, brushing your hair, carrying whispers of the sea and soft laughter from the streets. Fountains murmur their quiet melody. Water drips, trickles, ripples. Sunlight dances on each droplet, creating tiny prisms, tiny rainbows. You pause, listen. Feel your heartbeat slow, your breath aligning with the rhythm of water. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Slow, calm, steady. Birds glide lazily across the harbor. Their wings carve soft arcs in the sky. Calls rise and fade. A gentle echo blending with the murmur of waves. Time seems suspended. Each second stretches. Tranquil. Eternal. Children's laughter drifts across the marble streets. Bare feet splash in the shallow edges of the harbor. Water glints in midair. Droplets hanging for a moment before falling back. Merchants unfold their stalls slowly. Silks ripple in the wind. The scents of spices, honey, baked bread, and citrus linger, drifting lazily through the air. The temple of Poseidon rises tall and serene. Silver pillars glow softly in sunlight. Golden highlights warm each carved detail. The stone hums faintly, a deep, steady heartbeat. You feel it resonate in your chest. Calm, steady, soft prayers drift upward for balance, for peace, for gentle seas. Atlantis breathes with you, in harmony, in rhythm. Beneath the waves, the ocean begins to stir. A slow ripple spreads across the surface. Currents shift beneath the city. Stones move slightly, almost imperceptibly. A low hum vibrates in the water, distant, steady. Clouds drift across the sky, slow and deliberate, like dancers in a dream. The wind holds its breath. The city pauses, every sound softened, suspended, slowly. The waves rise, curling, exploring, brushing the edges of marble docks. Lightning flickers in the far distance. Thunder rolls softly. The fountains pause mid-splash. Streets tremble gently. Time stretches, every heartbeat elongated, echoing softly. And then, the ocean claims the city. Atlantis descends beneath the waves. Marble streets fade. Fountains fall silent. Laughter drifts away. Gardens fold inward. Petals closing in slow motion. Silence. Deep. Full. Embracing. The city sleeps beneath the waves. Hidden. Tranquil. Eternal. Waiting for the next dawn. Waiting for the return of light. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Feel the gentle currents carrying the sleeping city. The ocean cradles Atlantis. Slow, steady, rhythmic, and slowly, as if in a dream, Atlantis rises again. The sun glints off the towers. Water ripples, reflecting light in infinite patterns. Fountains murmur. Gardens bloom. Birds trace soft arcs in the sky. Children's laughter drifts gently. Merchants' calls float in the warm air. The temple gleams. Prayers rise. Calm. Eternal. Atlantis breathes. Alive. Peaceful. Radiant. Round and round. Atlantis blooms. Atlantis sleeps. Atlantis blooms again. Soft waves of sound, light, and air carry you deeper. Your breath aligns with the tide. Your heartbeat with the rhythm. Endless, tranquil, hypnotic. Clouds drift lazily. Sunlight filters through warm and golden. The city hums a gentle lullaby of stone, water, and sunlight. The ocean cradles Atlantis. Fountains sing. Gardens sway. Laughter floats softly. And so we drift. The afternoon sun caresses Atlantis warm, soft, golden. Marble streets glow with subtle warmth. Every corner of the city shimmering as if alive. You step slowly, feeling the smooth stones beneath your feet. Each sound echoes gently, absorbed by the calm, expansive city. Gardens sway in a soft breeze. Petals glisten with dew. Colors shift in sunlight. Deep blues, soft purples, radiant oranges. Fragrances rise slowly. Jasmine, lavender, sea salt, citrus. Drifting into every corner. Leaves rustle quietly. Birds settle on branches, singing soft, elongated notes that echo in the marble courtyards. Fountains murmur, slow and rhythmic. Water cascades gently, droplets glimmering in sunlight. You pause, watching, feeling your breath slow. Heartbeat sync with the rhythm. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Children play along the harbor. Bare feet splash in gentle waves. Water arcs glittering in the sunlight. Merchants hum softly as they arrange their wares. Silks ripple like liquid. The scent of spices, honey, and sweet bread drifts slowly. The temple of Poseidon towers above. Silver and ivory glow softly in the warm light. Carved stone hums faintly. A heartbeat you feel deep in your chest. Prayers rise upward. Soft whispers for balance, calm seas, and peace. Atlantis breathes with you. Each inhale drawing the city closer. Each exhale letting go. Beneath the surface, the ocean stirs gently. Currents shift slowly. Stones beneath tremble. A soft hum resonates through the water. Distant, calm, persistent. Clouds drift lazily across the sky, moving like dancers in slow motion. The wind pauses. The city holds its breath. Time stretches. Every sound is softened, elongated. The waves rise, slow, curling, brushing the marble edges. Lightning flickers far away. Thunder rolls softly, deep and gentle. The fountains pause mid-splash. The streets quiver lightly. And then, the ocean embraces the city. Atlantis descends beneath the waves. Marble streets vanish. Fountains go silent. Laughter fades. Gardens fold inward. Petals closing slowly. Silence vast and full. The city sleeps beneath the water. Hidden, tranquil, eternal. Waiting for the dawn. For the light. For rebirth. Close your eyes, breathe. Feel the currents surrounding the sleeping city. The ocean cradles Atlantis. Slow, steady, rhythmic, and slowly, as if in a dream, Atlantis rises again. Sunlight glimmers on towers. Fountains hum. Gardens bloom. Birds glide in soft arcs across the sky. Children's laughter returns gently. Merchants' voices mingle softly with the scent of flowers and spices. The temple shines. Prayers float upward. Atlantis breathes again. Calm, eternal, radiant. Round and round, Atlantis blooms, Atlantis sleeps, Atlantis blooms again. Soft waves of sound, air, and light carry you deeper. Your breath aligns with the tide, heartbeat syncs with the city. Endless, tranquil, hypnotic, clouds drift lazily. Sunlight filters warm and golden. The city hums its gentle lullaby. Stone, water, sunlight. The ocean cradles Atlantis. Fountains sing, gardens sway, laughter drifts softly. And so, we drift, slower, deeper. Atlantis rises, falls, rises, endless, calm, hypnotic. The cycle continues, always returning, always serene.